Hi, I'm Jay Davern. I'm here to share my love for tennis with you and to help you be happier on the court. Today's video is about trying to give you the guide to make sure that when you play that you've got the racket grip handle, this part from here to here, that it's the right thickness for you to hold. There's a variety of different sizes, so when you buy a racket you have to try to take notice of underneath there'll be a marking and it'll have you can't see on the video, but it'll have a little description here of what size is this handle. So for example, this one for me is known as a half or size 4. When you have the grip sizes, you'll have ranging from very small hand or a little child playing, it would be size 0. Then it would be size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But the size 5 and the size 6 handles are going to be pretty hard to get in a shop normally. Then what you have to do is to make sure that when you play you can enjoy the game a lot more. You want to feel that the grip and handle, the thickness and the size is comfortable to your hand, and it's not too big or it's not too small. It has to be as close as possible to the one that will best fit your hand. When you choose the grip handle, you can't guarantee that you're going to have exactly the right size for you. So you might need to have the racket and then put an overgrip on top to make it a little bit bigger if it is not exactly right. But the main part is choosing initially whether you need the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So factors that impact on that will be when you hold the racket, you'll be able to see that from here to here it's a lot thinner than it is at the very base. But when we play, we should be always holding the racket right at this very base where it's thicker. So when you're measuring to see if it's the right handle size for you, is you need to make sure you're gripping with your hand right at the base here so that you're going to feel the largest area in your hand. So once you do that, then the trick will be for your forehand shots, the grip that you use, to try to take that. And then when you put your hand here, is you want to be able to see between these fingers and the palm of your hand here, next to the base of the thumb, can you fit the index finger of the opposite hand in here? So once you have this here, if I squeeze really, really hard, this is my handle size. Now I cannot fit this finger in here. But the real little trick is that you might not hear too many places is that you've got to try to hold the racket grip handle with your forehand and at about the same grip tension as that you play. So a lot of people are really killing the racket like this, which we saw in the recent video, that's not what you want to do. So I hold the racket especially lightly so it feels like I'm almost not even touching the racket when I play. So when I hold the racket, it's going to be something like this. So now you can see that my index finger fits nicely into here. If that cannot fit like I showed you when I squeezed really tightly, or you have a lot more space, for example like this, then this one, when you have all this extra space, means your grip handle is too big. To make it a lot easier for you to see these things I was talking about with the hand and the fingers and the grip, I'm going to walk up and get a lot closer to really clarify it so that you don't get it wrong, because in my experience so many people do not have the right racket grip size. So as I walk up here, when I'm talking about the index finger from the opposite hand, I'm talking about this one, just to clarify, because that's always a question when people are asking. The next one is when I'm holding my forehand position to hit the ball, I'm like this. Then what we're talking to is this distance where these fingers are towards the palm of the hand here, is we're looking at this space here. For my racket grip right now, the over grip on top of the replacement grip, this is a red one, so we've got this red space here. So ideally what we want is that my index finger will just be nicely resting in there, and now I don't have space either at the front or behind the palm. It's just fitting beautifully. So that's what we want. But if I'm squeezing hard, as I mentioned before, you can see that now I cannot fit this finger within that space. Or if the grip is too large for me, then when I'm like this, we're going to see all this red space. So that is, I hope, really clear that you know about all the details I'm talking about in measuring. Then what I was saying before is whether you can get it perfectly or not, there's also a few tricks you can do with that, which would be for this over grip, the thin one that goes over the top of the replacement. And as I mentioned before, if you don't know what the replacement grip is, you can see the recent video. And those two type of things, They also come in varieties of textures and thicknesses. So for me, I'm just getting a medium-sized over grip thickness to go on top of the replacement grip, so that will fit beautifully for my hand. If I have a little bit, needed to be a little bit thinner to be a perfect hold for when I'm playing all the strokes, then I would go for a really thin over grip. Same as the replacement grip initially, I just use a normal basic one where it's not either too thick or too small and it doesn't have any ridges which you can get into to make it raised. I just go for a normal one. So if the racket grip is too small, a little bit too big for you, but the previous size, for example, if you ended up choosing the size 3 or the 3/8, then you find that's still slightly too big, what you can do is you can get the replacement grip, take that one that's off and apply a really thin replacement grip, so that makes it down further. If you bought the size 3/8 or size 3 and you find that it's still you know, a little bit small, but the other size, whether being the 2 or the size 4, is going to be not good, then you could just get a really thick replacement grip, and that would make the difference in here. So those are some little adjustments you can do, given, as I said before, given they're all a standard sizing, these 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is that it's not going to be made beautifully for everyone's hand. There's always going to be a little bit here and there. But those are some tricks you can do to manage once you get, the most important part is the best, closest fit on the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your hand. So then, I hope that all these things are clear. If not, you can easily leave comments and I'll answer those for you below in the video. And that when you go to get the racket next time from the store and make a purchase or adjust the one you've already got by using those methods of thicker and thinner over grip replacement, that you'll have a lot more fun on the court. If you like this video, please subscribe to my tennis YouTube channel so that you can get a notification by email each time a new video is uploaded. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends so they can enjoy their tennis too.